Hey guys, Tay here. Today I'm bringing you a new cyber study. Now the species we're about to cover is quite a common one. You may have found a few of them lurking in online forums, or perhaps you've even had the pleasure of encountering a few in your workplace, college, or general vicinity. Today we'll be observing the famed nice guy. I got the inspiration for this video after a nice guy incident of my own. While I wasn't the victim, I got to witness it as it happened to a coworker of mine. While I'd love to get into the nitty-gritty of this story, it will be for a different time as it's still quite fresh and recent. I'd like to give it a bit of time to simmer down and let time heal some wounds. For the uninitiated, a nice guy is generally known to be someone who performs acts of kindness with the expectation of a romantic or sexual incentive in return. These nice guys don't do things out of the kindness of their hearts. No, they're simply looking to do anything and everything if it secures the promise of bumping unfortunates with a lovely female. I wanted to show you guys this rather old thread, but it serves as a good example and reassures us that nice guys have been here for a very long time and they're unfortunately here to stay. Women of Reddit, what's your cringy nice guy story? First post is from Cerulean Tresses. He wanted to impress upon me what a good guy he was, and he was also too scared to ask me out like a normal person. He killed two birds with one stone by having a split personality tell me it really wanted to kill me, but nice guy was bravely holding it back because he liked me so much. Obviously, I fell head over heels immediately. Brief and to the point. It definitely leaves an impression, doesn't it? I'm not one to undermine someone's mental health condition, but it seems awfully convenient that this apparent alter ego popped out at the perfect time and reassured her that his left brain was her knight in shining armor. Get these two crazy kids hitched already. Nanamoose says, I was friends with a coworker. We had hung out a few times socially after work and got along well, but it never really occurred to me to wonder if he was interested in me. At that point in my life, I did not get a lot of male attention, and honestly was pretty cringy myself, but that's for a different thread. Anyway, we were walking side by side and I guess he went to put his arm around me. It surprised me, like that someone is tapping you on the opposite shoulder trick, and I turned abruptly. He took it as incredibly rude, gave me an angry lecture about leading people on, and how disgusting you make someone feel when you literally flinch from their touch, and called me a sorry for my reflexes? About a week later, another friend came to me at work to let me know that guy was telling everyone I was a who was sleeping my way through the department. Nice. The dumbest part is that I probably would have gone on a date with him if he'd asked. I just had no idea he was thinking along those lines. Bullet dodged. Now this is a tragedy of Shakespearean caliber. A true tragic hero with a fatal flaw. That fatal flaw being that he's a piece of shit, I guess. The poor fool scumbagged himself out of a date, woe is him. And man, OP should count her lucky stars that he showed his true colors before they went on a date, and that he ultimately made the decision for her. The next post is from a deleted user. So, not a stereotypical nice guy really, but I met him at a party, gave him a ride home, and after belting out "Don't Stop Believing" together, he asked for my number. We went on one date and texted for a week, then Saturday morning I woke up to 50 plus texts that started with asking what I was doing, sleeping because I work in the morning, and went all the way up to I should just kill myself since no one wants to talk to me. I told him that was unacceptable as I had already told him I work Saturday morning, but even if I hadn't, there's no reason to text me over 50 times. If I'm not answering, I'm not answering. He whined about being so nice and how good he was to me and blah 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 blah. Thankfully, when my friends asked me why I was ignoring such a nice guy, showing them the text was enough for them to drop it. Wow, Holmes went through the entire spectrum of emotions in a couple of hours. I hate to say it, but I see this kind of post quite often. Here's my take. If you're not able to wait for a reply without ruminating yourself 6 ways to Sunday, maybe you should seek therapy before trying to date. Next post from Efitea says, some guy messaged me online and seemed nice enough, asked if I'd like to meet up with him. I said, sure. He tells me a Starbucks between our places and said he'd see me in 30 minutes. I was like, whoa, not right now, it's 10 p.m. He said okay, but he'd like to keep talking to me if it was alright. A few days later, this exchange happens over Messenger. Him, hey, what's up? Me, not much, how are you? Him, I'm good. Me, good. 5 minutes passed, so I assume he was busy for a sec. Him, well, if you don't have anything to say, you f***ing bitch, don't lead me on and let me think that we can be together. You're nothing but a f***ing anyways. Only lead nice guys like me on. You f***ing whore. Come on, guys, that smiley face on her part was clearly passive-aggressive. All jokes aside, it almost feels as if he was waiting for an excuse to blow up on her. Except she actually never gave him an excuse. I can only imagine how perplexed she was upon first reading his reply. I'm genuinely impressed at the emotional shift here. It's definitely worthy of further study. It was enough of a reach that he demanded to see her with no notice at 10 p.m., but the reaction afterward really ties it up in a nice bow. Winterstorm says, I work retail and have for more than 25 years. I once, about 9 years ago when I worked in a liquor store, had an older customer that would come in and, I thought, play flirt with me. A lot of customers play flirted with me, so I didn't think anything of it. Plus, this guy was like twice my age, and I was no spring chicken. I had no idea that he seriously thought we were really flirting. Until one day, he asked me out. Not in the regular way, mind you, oh no, he said, so we've known each other for a while now, I'll just wait until you're off tonight and then we can go out. I'll take you to expensive restaurant. I politely declined, he went ballistic. Long story short, the manager banned him from the store for life. She thought she was just play flirting, but he had a shrine dedicated to her all along, and they say romance is dead. It's rich that this dude rolled up on her with the, well, we've been interacting with each other for a combined 10 minutes over the past year, so she's totally into me. I'm not sure about OP's age, but the fact that he was seemingly twice her age adds a creepy flavor to the whole situation. And that's creepy with a capital P perhaps. Next post is from Spacecrafts. I went on a date with a guy, casual date for coffee. It wasn't terrible, but it was obvious that we didn't really click that well. He did the typical nice guy stuff during the date where he talked about how he was different from other guys, knew how to treat a woman, some talking down on gym bros, etc. I ended the date pretty quickly as I wasn't really feeling it and had just gotten off of a midnight shift, so it was past my bedtime. He insisted on walking me to my car and opening the door for me. Fine, whatever. Then he hugged me, and when we went to break apart, he tried kissing me. I turned my face and he immediately got agitated, blocked me from entering my car and said, "What? No kiss?" I'm a pretty easygoing and tolerant person, but that was the first time something like that had ever happened to me, and I immediately felt a slight bit of fear as the guy was blocking my car and was about 6'4", so much larger than me. I immediately put on my super serious face and said, "No, sorry, I really need to be getting home now," and luckily he moved. Took a bit of a break from dating after that. The mere thought of this oversized lineman barricading her car door demanding a kiss, my god. A bit of self-awareness could go a long way for dudes like this. They need to realize that they're imposing as and most people would be physically intimidated in a situation like this, let alone a much shorter person, like in her case. On the other hand, there's a chance he knows exactly what he was doing. So would he have pinned her down and forced a kiss out of her, then tipped his fedora and made his escape? I'm perplexed to think of how he believes this would have played out. Well, that's our last post, but before we go, I wanted to analyze this archetype a bit. Particularly the ones we covered today. A recurring theme I see quite a few times among the selected group of nice guys is volatility. They have this amazing ability of skipping any middleman emotion and undergoing these frankly dizzying mood shifts. Some may be due to genuine mental health problems, while others it almost feels like they're anticipating the rejection, and furthermore anticipating an excuse to freak out on these girls. One example that stands out with this is the post from Efetea, where the fella proceeded to call her a when she didn't reply to him after 5 minutes. Lastly, I wanted to highlight the obvious black sheep of these posts, the split personality guy. While I definitely believe that this phenomena is possible, I can't help but wonder if he's just conveniently using this to get a date. I've definitely seen guys stoop lower for less. Well, that's the final buzzer, guys. Thanks so much for sticking with me throughout this case study of the much fabled, much covered internet nice guy. If this picks up momentum, I'll definitely do some more of these, and while content involving reading Reddit posts isn't exactly revolutionary, I definitely like to add a little something to it and give it my own commentary and analysis. See you soon!